Yes, welcome to part 3 of the series of videos on Matthew chapter 24. What will be the signs of the return of Jesus Christ? The last time we looked at the first major sign that would happen before the second coming of Jesus Christ. We saw that there would be a vast worldwide spiritual deception that would precede his return, and that the world would be filled with false prophets, false teachers, false Christs. Millions are going to be deceived by these men, and it's the first real preparation for the emergence of the Antichrist. The world will be set up to receive the Antichrist as a result of all this false teaching and false prophets. Next, after the worldwide spiritual deception, Jesus said that we would be hearing of wars, rumors of wars. So let's look at the verses 6 through 8 of Matthew 24. And you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there will be famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in various places. All these are the beginnings of sorrows. An amazing thing that you will hear, he said, of wars and rumors of wars. That is in the future tense. And it gives the idea or the picture of a continual ongoing hearing that never stops. Day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. Wars, rumors of wars. And there will be many actual wars at that time. And there will be rumors of more on the way. And you might say, well, Ed, we've always had wars. They've always been going on. So what is so unusual about this? Well, just in the last 30 years alone, millions have perished in minor conflicts throughout this world. Conflicts such as the Iraq-Iran war, the genocide that took place in Rwanda, and the Bosnia-Serbian war. Those are just a couple of examples where millions perished when you add those all up. There is a constant state of undeclared war between Israel and all of its Muslim and Arab nations that surround it. They could erupt at any moment. Same with the tension between North and South Korea and China and Taiwan. Now, since 1900 alone, estimates are between 130 to 230 million have died in wars, and that doesn't even include the Civil War, which was in the 1800s. Revelation gives details of a war towards the end in which an army of 200 million soldiers will come from the east. So that is just a brief look, a very brief look at wars and rumors of wars. Verse 7 tells us there will also be famines, pestilences, and earthquakes. And let's briefly look at each one of these while we have time. Famines have been around since the Old Testament times. And I want to give you what I did some research, some modern day examples. There are at least 20 famines mentioned in Scripture, by the way. And there have been so many throughout history, it's impossible to keep up with all of them. But since 100 BC, there have been over 2,000 famines in China alone. One between 1876 and 1879 killed 13 million people. That's twice the population of the state of Tennessee in 3 years. To this day, nearly 1 million people starve to death in India every year. Think about that. One famine in Ireland between 1846 and 1851 left 3 million people dead in 5 years. Russia, in the last 1,000 years, has had 100 major famines. And because they don't give us the information, we have no idea how many perished. Right now, it's estimated that between 15 and 25,000 people die of starvation every day in this world. And since 1900, the number of people who have starved to death is approaching 20 million. That's staggering, isn't it, folks? And we never see much of that here in America because we have an abundance of food. But the book of Revelation says that in the tribulation days, there are going to be famines worldwide, and there's no stopping it. What about pestilences or diseases? They have killed millions since the time of Christ. Some have nearly wiped out entire countries. This would include cholera, tuberculosis, smallpox, measles, influenza, dysentery, typhoid fever, Ebola, and Legionnaires, and even COVID are just a few examples that can flare up, spread very quickly, and kill millions in a short period of time. We also deal with cancer and heart disease. They kill millions every year. In the last 30 years, we've had AIDS again and COVID. And since it first arrived, AIDS worldwide has killed 42 million people. An estimated 7 million people died from COVID, but we don't have all of the exact numbers. Finally, earthquakes. From 1900 to 1999, roughly 850,000 people have died in earthquakes, and that has caused more than $30 billion in damages. Since the year 2000, more than 700,000 more people have died in earthquakes, and get this, the amount of earthquakes increases 60-fold every 10 years. We still have no way of accurately predicting when they will come. In other words, each decade that passes, there will be 60 times more earthquakes than there were the previous decade. Folks, all of this is staggering. And I've just given you a very, very brief picture of what is coming in this world. We see the birth pangs of it all the time. Jesus said in Matthew, "See that you are not troubled, for all of these things must come to pass." So again, I will say, it's up to each and every person who hears this, who reads his Bible, who hears it preached somewhere. It's up to each and every person to be ready and prepared. How? By repenting of your sin, owning up to the fact that you are a sinner, asking Jesus Christ to forgive and save you, and receive him as the Lord of your life. That is the best protection against all of this.